Okay, hello everyone. Good evening. Hope everybody is doing great today. I am Ryan McCrary. So tonight we're going to have a little Q&A session. I sent an email out to all my email subscribers, notifying everybody of the session. And some people did submit prior questions, so we're going to cover those first. And you can feel free to drop in any other questions or any other comments and stuff like that. So do me a favor when y'all come on, please share this out. We're streaming on Facebook and on YouTube. I actually want to start streaming on Instagram too, probably next week. So again, give you guys a few minutes to come on. If you don't know who I am Ryan McCrary, the CEO of McCrary Financial Solutions, where we provide financial solutions through entrepreneurship, financial literacy, and digital marketing. Also the author of Mind Over Money, how to think like an investor and take care of business first. Let me know in the comments if you got your copy. Let me know what's your favorite chapter, how you like the book. Also, drop all your comments in. I don't know why last time when I was live, I couldn't see the comments until after. But do me a favor, drop your comments and your questions, and put some likes up, some hearts up, some shares. That's how we beat the algorithm. Had a meeting actually with someone from Facebook earlier talking about ads and stuff like that. It was my first time ever talking to a Facebook representative. Usually it's hard to get some of them on the phone, but we were talking about just ads and retargeting and algorithms and stuff like that. So in order to beat the algorithm, so more people see this important information, that's why we need you to like, comment, share, put some hearts up, whatever the case may be, because tonight is going to be a very important conversation. We're going to be talking about financial and entrepreneurship questions based on my years of working in the finance industry, being a licensed securities agent. So going and taking a test where you sit in the room for 5 hours to take a test. So me, I don't know everything. I don't claim to know everything, but I do know more than the average person just based on my experience. So imagine you studying for a test. So imagine you, number one, getting a job, but they tell you that in order to keep this job, you have to pass a test that's 5 hours. So imagine that. So a lot of people got a lot of people I got hired with didn't stay very long because they couldn't pass the test. So imagine getting hired, Jocelyn. How you doing, Queen? So imagine getting hired by a job, and then a few weeks later, you figure out that you have to pass like I forget how many questions it was now, but it was like 5 hours. And if you don't pass this test, you can't keep your job. So those are the type of tests I had to take. Literally, it's like walking into jail or something like that because you can't take no water, you can't take no bottled water, you can't take anything. Clear your pockets out. Basically, you have to strip down so you don't cheat and stuff like that. So that is what I had to do just to learn this information, just to work in that industry. So I'm just saying I do know a few things. So Derek is on YouTube. Salute. Yeah, late to the party. Yeah, the party just started. You ain't late, bro. DeWanda, how you doing, Queen? All right, no worries. We're grateful for what you know. Yes, thank you. So that's why I'm just trying to share all this information to my people and anyone else who wants to listen. So again, if you watch this on replay, type replay down, type your name and where you are from. Put some likes up, some hearts up. Make sure y'all share this information so more people can tune in. And also, if you have any questions, financial, business, entrepreneur, wealth questions, whatever, put those in. So I'm going to go to the first few questions that were submitted prior to right now. So the first question, let me pull my email up. So the first question came from Derek Williams. So he says, shout out Ryan McCrary and salute to a new subscriber. Yeah, I do have a new subscriber on YouTube named Stacy. Also, if you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe on YouTube. Please subscribe on YouTube. So he says she's out of Bodymore. I assume that's B-more, Derek. Correct me if I'm wrong. He says she's out of Bodymore. My questions are, what exactly is a put option? It's well known that serious money was left on the table by people that betted against American Airlines and United stock falling right before 9/11. To my knowledge, that money was never collected. My other question is, all right, so I'll do the first question first. Drew, what's going on, bro? How much did that sweatshirt run you? Talking about this sweater? I don't remember. It wasn't too much, but it wasn't that little either. I don't remember exactly. I think I got this before I went to Atlanta. But I wasn't, it wasn't that much, but it wasn't like Kmart or something like that. But okay, so Derek's question is about put options. So these are very complicated. Put options and it'll have like call options. So this is referring to options. So, I always talk about stocks and buying shares of stock and mutual funds, stuff like that. And there are also options. So options basically so when you buy an option, whether a put option or a call option, it's a contract that basically gives you the right to sell or buy, and we're talking about puts right now, so we're talking about selling. So it gives you the right to sell a stock, but not the obligation to, like, at a certain price. What broke you to make you want to save money? Okay, I'll answer that question after. So yeah, put all y'all questions in there. I'm just gonna go to questions that were already submitted via email. If you're not on my email list, subscribe to my email list. I'm gonna go to those questions first, and then I'll go to any questions that everybody puts in the chat on Facebook or YouTube. Okay, so a put option is an option where you have a contract where you have the right to sell it, but not the obligation. So if you want to, like, sell it at a certain price, something like that, then you have the right to do that, but not the obligation. So, like I said, this stuff can get really complicated. Like me, even personally, I don't trade options. I don't trade options. Options are even, more than I want to do. Me, I am a long-term investor. I buy stocks and hold them. Rarely have I ever sell them. If I do sell them, it's usually to put into another asset. So someone may sell some stock to go buy some real estate. Someone may sell some stock to put into their business. Someone may, take money out of real estate or whatever to put into a business or put into a stock. So my main goal would be to shift around different assets. So that's me personally. I don't trade options. Options can be very risky if you don't know what you're doing. Derek, who submitted this question, I would consider him a savvy investor. So, Derek, I think it's a good idea for you to check out options. And you definitely can make some money on them. I remember a few years ago, I went to this Rich Dad Poor Dad seminar, and they, talking about real estate stuff like that. But then they were also talking about like put and call options, and at the end of the day, they're trying to sell you something. They're trying to get you into a high level, high ticket coaching program. But they were just talking about all the different nuances of and different tricks of the trade, how you can make money, so you can. So options, if you want to purchase an option, a stock option, it's a contract where basically it gives you the right to sell a stock at a certain price, but not necessarily obligate. So you don't necessarily have to. So I hope that answers your question, Derek. Honestly, like I said, I don't trade options. I used to, deal with them when I was working in the industry, but options can get complicated. So like me personally, I don't really fool around with options. So that's a put as selling, but they're also called call. A call option gives you a contract to buy a stock, but not necessarily the obligation to buy it. All right, so Derek says Bodymore Murderland, which is Baltimore, Maryland. Yes. Shout out to B More. Shout out to B More. I ain't been to B More in a little while. So again, if you're just jumping on, if you don't know who I am, I'm Ryan McCrary, CEO of McCrary Financial Solutions and author of Mind Over Money. You can get your free copy. Just cover the shipping. Go to mindovermoneybook.com. Mindovermoneybook.com. Someone please type that in down in the chat. Mindovermoneybook.com. Mindovermoneybook.com. And also put some likes up, some hearts up, some shares. Share this on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn. I'm trying to get on all platforms. Right now we're streaming on Facebook. Right now we're streaming on YouTube. I'm gonna start streaming live. I don't really ever go live on Instagram, but I might start going live on Instagram. And I'm about to start getting on LinkedIn. I don't be on Twitter like that, but I'm about to start getting more on Twitter. Twitter was like the first, besides Facebook. Facebook was the first social media I've ever been on. I literally remember Facebook came out in 2005. That was my first year of college. And everybody's talking about this Facebook. I'm like, what the hell is this Facebook? Me and my friends were like, what is Facebook? Like, what is this thing you were talking about? Like back then, of course, all that was like a foreign language. Talking about what the hell is Facebook. A week later, everybody is literally in the computer lab, glued to the computer. Like literally, it will be complete. Like, you know how the kids are nowadays with their cell phone, with their smartphone, and it's be like 10 kids in a room and it's complete silence. Everybody's looking at the phone. That's how we were when Facebook first came out. In the computer lab, it'd be complete silence in the computer lab. Everybody was on Facebook. Everybody was sitting at the computer trying to find friends and people they went to high school with and this with and other people in college to connect with and stuff like that, writing on someone's wall. Like I literally remember it came out. So social media literally changed the world. So that's what I'm trying to do on every platform: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Thank you, Derek, on YouTube for putting that in the chat. Maurice, what's going on, bro? Okay, so also before we move on to the next questions, when it refers to options, stuff like that, this also always thinking about like margin accounts. And if you want to trade options, stuff like that, you need to have a brokerage account. So not just like a traditional investment account or even mutual fund account. You need to have a specific brokerage account. You can have that through TD Ameritrade or E-Trade or Scottrade or Schwab, whatever the case may be. You need to have a brokerage account. So that gives you the ability to trade options. And you can also have like a margin account, which allows you to buy things on margin, meaning you can buy stocks on collateral. So you can put something else up as collateral in order to give you the ability to purchase stocks on margin. So you're putting up some collateral, something to make up the difference between what you're going to buy. That stuff can get very, very complicated. I'm not going to really go into that type of stuff. If you want to start doing margin accounts, buying on margin, buying options, do your research, go online, make sure you know what the hell you're doing, because that stuff is risky. And if you don't know what you're doing, you can lose a lot of money. Me, I am not licensed in the securities industry anymore, so I'm not permitted to give you any advice. I'm not permitted to give you any recommendations, but I would just say, me personally, I take the Warren Buffett. How you doing, Whitney? How you doing, Queen? Me personally, I take the Warren Buffett approach to investing. What does that mean? That means that I am a long-term investor. I buy and hold. I don't day trade. I do watch CNBC and Jim Cramer and all that stuff just to be entertained, but I'm not following the markets day to day. People all the time ask me, what do you think of this or that or that or this happened today? I'm like, listen, I don't follow the daily markets. I may watch it. I may see what the analysts are talking about, but I'm not checking my portfolio daily. I'm not doing things daily. I'm not day trading. I'm definitely not doing penny stocks. I take the Warren Buffett approach when it comes to investing. So the second question Derek said is, my other question is, what is a short? Basically shorting a stock. Bill Gates famously said that if he could, he would short Bitcoin. I'm heavy into cryptocurrency. He has more money and more famous than I and mostly everybody. But he's an idiot in regards to what will be the future of currency and exchange. Good luck shorting it. Shout out to the New England Patriots. It was easy work on Sunday. Yeah, let me know if y'all watch the Super Bowl. Thanks, Johnson, for typing that in. Let me know if y'all watch the Super Bowl. Let me know if y'all were happy with the Super Bowl. Let me know if you wanted the Patriots or if you wanted the Rams. Me personally, I kind of wanted to see someone else win. As an Eagles fan, it's hard for me to root for the Patriots. So I was kind of, I really didn't have a dog in the fight, but I was kind of rooting for the Rams. But they came up short. They definitely had a shot, but they came up short. End of the day, listen, you can't hate on Tom Brady. Me, I respect winners and champions. He's a champion, so shout out to Tom Brady. 41 years old, looking like he's still 28. Shamara, how you doing, Queen? On YouTube. Okay, now when it comes to shorting a stock, and this is also something that I don't really do. This is something that I don't have a high level of expertise in because it's just not what I do. But shorting a stock, basically, and I would have to do a little bit of research myself because I've heard the term. Like I said, I've been in the industry. People always talk about shorting a stock. So basically, it's when an investor borrows shares from someone and sells them immediately. So you borrow shares from someone and you sell them immediately, thinking that you can buy them back at a lower price and then pay someone back the shares that you borrowed, if that makes sense. So shorting a stock is borrowing shares from someone, selling them immediately, thinking that you're going to be able to buy them back at a lower price, and then giving someone back the shares that you borrowed, and you keep the difference. This is something that is very, very risky. I do not suggest that you do this. This is something risky, but it's something that you can do. And if you're a savvy investor, could be an opportunity to make a lot of money. You watch CNBC or any of the markets, they always talking about, would you short the stock? Would you short this? Would you short that? Do your research. Make sure you know what the hell you're doing. If you do know what you're doing, there's definitely upside, definitely potential to make money, but it's very risky. So know what you're doing. All right, on YouTube, Derek says Dr. Watkins showed how a Patriots win boost the market. Tom Terrific and Bob Kraft, two good men, and my portfolio looked damn good in money. Yeah. I mean, I definitely can't hate on that. Listen, Tom Brady, you can't hate on that. Robert Kraft, Robert Kraft is funny as shit. How many of y'all seen a video of Robert Kraft dancing with Cardi B? That shit was hilarious. I posted it on Facebook. I'll do a Facebook video. I'll get like 100 views, 200 views, 300 views, 400 views. I post a Facebook of Cardi B and Robert Kraft dancing. It gets like 1.6 thousand views or something like that, damn near 2,000 views. But that was hilarious. Robert Kraft, he's funny as shit. He's an OG I would like to meet. I would like to be around. Not to mention he's a billionaire. But Super Bowl definitely could have been a lot better. But at the end of the day, Patriots won it. So before we move on again, shorting a stock is very risky. Basically, when you borrow shares from someone, you sell them immediately with the intention or the hope that you'll be able to buy them back at a lower price. Give the person back who you borrowed them from, and then you keep the difference. So if you're interested in that, I would suggest you look into it. Okay. Okay, let me move on. So before I go to any questions that anyone put right now, I'm gonna go to the rest of the questions that were submitted prior to tonight. So thank you, Derek, for those questions. Always come with great information. That's my OG. Hope was helpful. Let me know if it was helpful. Again, it's not exactly my area of expertise, only because I talk about something that I do. I don't buy options. I don't short stocks. Not saying I won't ever in the future, but that's just not something I routinely do. So let me go to the other questions that we had. Okay, so this is from Suleiman. Okay, hi Ryan. How do you use Instagram to generate sales without a large following? Thanks, Sul. Thank you so much for this question, my brother. I think you also scheduled a session not too long ago, but there was no follow-up. Let me know, man. If you definitely want to do a session, you can schedule it and we can follow up and everything like that. I think you did that a couple of times and didn't follow up. Listen, I'm here to help. Let's do it. But end of the day, that was a great question. So again, the question was how to use Instagram to generate sales without a large following. The main thing with that is you don't have to spend money on ads. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty straightforward question. And also, depends on what you're selling. Is it a product? Is it a service? Is it e-commerce? Is it, clothing? Generally with Instagram sales are better for e-commerce. So, people who have physical products or like clothing store or jewelry or, natural hair products, stuff like that. That stuff is great on Instagram. Great on Instagram, because you could have great photos and great visuals, great images, video content. All that stuff is great for Instagram. As opposed to if you're selling a service, you can of course sell it on Instagram, but it may be better on LinkedIn or maybe better on Facebook or something like that. So, basically answer your question, how to generate sales without a large following on Instagram. You don't have to spend money on ads. You're definitely going to spend money on ads. It's very hard to get any organic reach. It's very hard to sell anything or just get, a lot of views or a lot of sales on any platform nowadays organically. You're going to have to spend a lot of money on ads. So, like I said, if you want to schedule a session, you can do that. I can tell you like the nuances and step-by-step how to set it up, how to get your pixels set up, how to create custom audiences, make sure you know who you're targeting, what your ad budget is, your copy, all that type of stuff, your sales funnel, your automation behind it, all that type of stuff. But the main thing is if you want to make money on Instagram nowadays, unless you already had a huge platform or built a huge following, you don't have to spend money on ads. You have to spend a lot of money on ads, a lot of money on views, retarget them, put the pixel on your website, keep retargeting people, get people interested, build custom audiences, and just keep increasing your ad budget. So hope that answers your question. Let me know if that was helpful. So the last question submitted prior to tonight was from Roger Warren Jr. He said, let me see, let me go to 1 second. Okay, so he said, go back. Okay, how can I repair my credit? How long does it take to repair my credit? Do I need to file bankruptcy to repair my credit? Great questions. So there are multiple different ways you can repair your credit. Now, me personally, I'm not a credit expert. Definitely not a credit expert. Never claimed to be. So I would suggest you talk to someone who specializes in credit. So that I actually did some research for you. And someone I was actually on a Black Wealth Summit a few weeks ago, and it was someone that specifically does credit. And I got her information. I'm going to give it to you. But definitely speak to, number one, you speak to a credit specialist, someone who specializes in credit. Do that. Also, start paying off your debt. You know, if you have a lot of debt, start paying off your debt. Student loans, you know, whatever the case may be, credit card debt, you know, mortgage debt, any other debt, you know, car loan debt. Start trying to pay off your debt ASAP. So the person, her name is Nativa Hurd from MNH Financial Services. Contact her. Go to mnhfinancialservices.com. That's mnhfinancialservices.com. That person is a credit specialist, so definitely holler at her. Also said, how long does it take to repair my credit? I mean, it depends. I would assume it depends on how bad your credit is. It also said, do I need to file bankruptcy to repair my credit? Not necessarily. You don't have to. But if you do file, but another thing about bankruptcy, there's a misconception that bankruptcy is necessarily always bad, but that's not the case. You know, talking to a lot of people, learning things, following bankruptcy is not necessarily always bad. You see Trump filed bankruptcy like, you know, 15 times, and he's still here. He's still, you know, I guess, you know, supposedly a billionaire. So filing bankruptcy, especially in our community, it's like taboo. You would think about, you know, filing bankruptcy, oh, that's bad, or people are going to look at me, stuff like that. But at the same time, filing bankruptcy may be an opportunity for you to get rid of some dead weight, some debt that, you know, you don't have the ability to pay, and you can basically start over fresh. So once you get past the stigma, once you get past, oh, people are going to know I filed for bankruptcy, oh, everybody's going to know, people are going to judge me. So once you get past all that, then you realize, you know, people that understand money, you know, the people that understand business understand that you can use that to your advantage. You can use filing bankruptcy. Now, I'm not necessarily recommending people go into bankruptcy. All I'm saying is you can use that as an advantage to have a clean slate. Now you can go out and, you know, try to get in the black, try to build up your assets, try to build your net worth. And filing bankruptcy allows you to do that. Now, I don't know if the only, but the main debt instrument that does not allow you to get rid of during bankruptcy is student loan debt. So that's something that's troubling because a lot of people have student loan debt, hundreds of $1,000s in student loan debt, and they say, you know, can I file bankruptcy to get rid of my student loan debt? And the answer is no, you cannot. No, you cannot. So that's why just be careful with student loan debt and your kids or your nieces and nephews, whatever the case may be. Just be careful. Make sure you know what you're getting into. Make sure you're not going to a school spending $200,000 and you got a degree in philosophy and you're making $30,000 a year. Those numbers don't add up. So Roger Warren Jr., thank you for that question. So yeah, go to mnhfinancialservices.com, mnhfinancialservices.com, and that right there, you can speak to a credit specialist, and she can go over how long it takes to repay your credit, if you should file bankruptcy, stuff like that, maybe give you some tips, stuff like that. But I would say, there's a lot of different ways to build credit. one thing you can do is get a secure line of credit, which allows you to basically build credit with your own money. So you can go to the bank and say, listen, I want to get $1,000 secure line of credit. So you take $1,000 of your own money, put it into an account. Now you have $1,000 line of credit. That's a secure line of credit. You can go out and buy a fucking book or whatever, and for $20, $30, go to Target, spend $40 and pay it back immediately. But you're building credit with your own money. You're building credit with your own money. So that's a secure line of credit. So that's just one way. There are multiple different ways. You can speak to a credit specialist, and they can definitely help you out. So those are all the questions that were submitted prior to tonight. I'm gonna go back into the chat and see all the questions that were asked tonight, and then I'll just go Facebook, then YouTube, Facebook, YouTube. Okay, so Tyree said, what broke you to make you want to save money? I mean, me personally, like honestly, I was always a good saver. Like even, since I was little and I was always a good saver. So like if people that know me, like Drew was on here, I don't know if he's still on here, but people that really know me and grew up with me know like I used to carry like stacks of money. Like literally I would have like wads of money. Some of it was from illegal activity. I'm be completely honest. We can keep it all the way honest on here. Wasn't nothing crazy or nothing like that. But I was a hustler. I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I was a hustler. So, my first businesses as an entrepreneur, was selling weed or was shooting dice, stuff like that. So me, like I come from the hustler culture. So I was always a good saver. Like even in high school, like I would have, stacks of money in my dicky pockets. So I was always a good saver, but I never knew anything about investing. Me personally, like I never knew anything about investing up until a few years ago. So if I would have known back then, I wouldn't have just been saving money or, keeping stacks of money in my sock drawer or something like that. I would have been buying stocks, stuff like that, while they were at a lower price, because now that'd be worth a lot more money. But, I was always a good saver, but at the end of the day, you got to be investing. Saving is good, but investing is better. You definitely should do both. But if I was always the type, like if I wanted something, like I had to save up and get it. My first car, I had to save up. I worked at Acme. To buy my first car, I worked at Acme for the summer, and I saved up my money and I bought my first car. So like I said, me personally, I was just always a good saver. But if you're not a good saver, what you should do is try to put it on autopilot. So meaning if you get paid every 2 weeks, whenever you get paid, have money automatically deducted from your paycheck or your income, have it go directly into a savings account before the money even touches your hands. Once the money touches your hands, that's when it's hard. You get the money, say, oh yeah, I'm gonna put it away, or I'm gonna, put it in my sock drawer or put it in a shoebox, stuff like that. But having that money, and then when bills get low or you got some extra money, or you feeling like you need retail therapy, then you go and grab the money and spend that money. So the best thing to do is do out of sight, out of mind, and put that money up, have it automatically come out. So, okay, Lamar says, do you have trade lines for businesses? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that. I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that, by trade lines for businesses. Please clarify. Maybe I'm tripping, but I'm just not sure exactly what you mean by trade lines for businesses. Okay, so now on YouTube, what's going on? Tommy just came on. What's going on, Tommy? Okay. Shamira says, trying to find a printing company. I would like for my business cards to replicate my website. Do you have someone you can refer? I haven't had a chance to check out iBuy Black yet. Yes, I do. Go to Minuteman Press. Minuteman Press is a Black-owned franchise in Philly. They have one in, I think, South Philly and Bala Cynwyd. So yeah, Minuteman Press. I know the owner. So you can definitely holler at him. The owner's name is Jude. He's an African brother. Jude, I forget exactly how to pronounce his last name. But yeah, Minuteman Press is a Black-owned. I actually interviewed him before. You can go on YouTube and just check that interview out. where I actually interviewed him about probably like a year, maybe even 2 years ago now. But yeah, it's a black-owned printing company in Philly. He has two franchise locations in the Philly area. Black-owned, Minuteman Press. Yeah, you see the interview. Yeah, so yeah, go holler at Minuteman Press. They do great work and it's black-owned. Okay. Tommy said that's right. Those numbers don't add up. I'm getting my site set up now. Start marketing your great books, Ron. Yes, thank you. Set up a decent landing page. I don't even really do websites like that no more. Everybody should have a landing page. If you're selling anything online, any type of business you have, make sure you have a solid landing page. Don't get caught up in trying to spend $1,000, $2,000 on the website, getting somebody, on Fiverr, whatever the case may be, on WordPress and Wix and all that stuff. I would strongly suggest you get a solid landing page, direct your traffic to, or whatever, whatever business you're in, whether you're selling something or you're doing consultations, have a solid landing page. Do that. And, before you trying to spend all this money on a website. Okay. All right. So let me go back to Facebook. Okay. Beginning investment accounts. What are the easiest option combos to learn? What do you mean? Raymond, okay, you say, what are the easiest option combos to learn? I'm not sure exactly what you mean by that question, bro. Just please clarify for me so I can answer it for you. I'm just not sure exactly what you mean. All right, Vegas says, I want to invest in some stock. Haven't got a clue what I'm doing. What should be my first step besides researching? The first thing you should do is open a brokerage account. Yeah, the first thing you should do is open a brokerage account. So that could be through TD Ameritrade, it could be through E-Trade, it could be through Scottrade, it could be through Vanguard, it could be through Schwab. So just go to the website, like literally tdameritrade.com or etrade.com. I'm not recommending one or the other. Just go to their website and go to open an account, open a brokerage account, and it literally won't take you more than 15, 20 minutes. If you have to, you can give them a call and someone, that's why they have thousands of reps that they pay to walk you through it. So go to any of those websites, sign up for an account. I'm not sure of any black-owned brokerage houses. I know there's probably some out there, I guess, but I don't know any offhand. But you can go to Scottrade, E-Trade, Schwab. Go to the website, go to open an account. If you get stuck, like I said, just give one of the reps a call. That's what they pay the customer service for. They got thousands of employees, so they can definitely walk you through it step by step. And once you have your account, once you have your brokerage account opened, that gives you the ability to trade stocks. So once you're going through the application, it's going to ask you to connect your bank account. So you put your account number, routing number, whatever the case may be, and then you're going to bring money from your bank account into your brokerage account. It's going to sit in like a settlement fund, like a money market account or some type of cash reserve that gives you the ability to buy stocks. So once you have that, then you can look and say, listen, hey, I want to buy Apple today, or I want to buy Netflix today, or Facebook today, or whatever you want to buy. You'll have your account opened. So if you see something or you see an IPO coming up, I think Uber's about to go public, or Lyft about to go public. What else did I see? Something else that I saw. I can't even remember right now. It's been a long day. But yeah, it was Lyft. I forget what else it was, but that just gives you the ability to buy stocks, but you have to open a brokerage account first. But don't say like besides researching, because researching is definitely one of the most important. Just make sure you know what you're doing. Make sure you know what you want to buy, but don't get caught up in just trying to buy the right thing. Don't get caught up in just trying to buy the right thing. There was a book written in the 1970s called A Random Walk Down Wall Street, which said basically they did a study with monkeys and all the best analysts from Wall Street. They put darts on the wall, and the monkeys would throw darts. Wherever the dart would land is the stocks they would pick. So they put what the monkeys picked, throwing darts against the best analysts on Wall Street, and the monkeys won more than half the time. So that proves that you really can't predict the stock market. The best analysts on Wall Street can't predict the stock market. So, us as regular investors, we can be just like them So don't get trying to caught up and try to buy the right stock. Make sure you are well diversified. Make sure you are consistent. Make sure you are investing for the long term. So those are the most important things. Hope that was helpful. Let me know. So let me go back on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on YouTube. Okay, Black America Television News and Information says, do you know anyone who knows anything about starting a public relations firm? I want to start one in the future. Not necessarily, but I would say all you gotta do is find, don't reinvent the wheel. There are thousands of PR firms already out here. So I would just try to get around them. Get around somebody else who has a PR firm, understand their business model, understand how they get customers, understand exactly the services they provide and all that type of stuff. I would just try to learn from someone who was already in the industry and just model what they're doing and put your own spin on it. But I would just say the first thing you should do is just think about what type of customers that you want to target. So if you say, okay, I want a PR firm, what type of customers do you want to serve? That's the first thing I would definitely think about. Because once you figure out your who, then the other stuff is not as hard. Just want to figure out exactly who you want to serve and then find out where those people are. Whether you got to go in person and networking events, where you got to run Facebook ads, all those social media ads, direct mail, whatever you got to do, just find out who you want to serve, and then just find out where they are. Then you can go the logistics of actually getting an LLC and an EIN number and all that type of stuff. You can do all that. But I would say, the main thing is to just get around someone who's already been where you're trying to go. Anything that you're trying to do, mostly anything out here, you don't got to reinvent the wheel. There's nothing new under the sun. So these people are out here. You just got to go out and find them. So hope to answer your question. So yeah, PR firm, I think that's great. But I would just say, find someone who's already doing it, see what they're doing, learn from them, maybe even work for them, and then just do your own thing. All right, so Thomas Jackson says, moving to Texas next week with absolutely nothing but skills I've acquired over time. About to put myself to the test. All right, good luck, man. Good luck. I hope everything works out for you. Tommy says, what do you think about saving up for a car? I never owned a car. I live in New York. Honestly, if you don't need one, what's the point of getting one? You know what I mean? I mean, if you definitely say, you definitely want one, or you think it would be more convenient for you. But honestly, you live in New York and you've never had one. I don't know how old you are and stuff like that, but if you've never had one and you've been fine, I don't see, why you potentially want another bill. Unless you just want to buy a car outright, find something cheap, but then you still got to pay insurance and gas, all that type of stuff, and then you may get one with a car note. So, if you don't want another bill, I would say, don't even worry about getting a car if you don't need it. All right, so Raymond says, in options, they have calls and puts. I was curious if you had any experience with them because I am interested. They can be used outright, but they also have combo spreads, straddles, etc. that can reduce risks. I'm trying to get a feel for some beginner option strategy. Yeah, honestly, I really don't have too much of an opinion on that just because I really don't trade options. Like I know about them, I know people that have done them. But like me personally, I don't trade options. So, I really couldn't even, and I don't want to give you the wrong information. So, I would just say start learning. That's the beautiful thing about the internet and YouTube and books and Amazon, all that type of stuff. There's so much information out here. You just gotta go out and seek it. So yeah, like I said, me personally, I don't trade options. I don't really fool with them. So I would just say, go out, try to do your research, maybe go to some seminars or anybody talking about this type of stuff, and then just go in and with anything with investing, is always going to be a risk. So once you understand it in your mind, just go out and make sure it's money that if you do lose it, you're going to be okay. You're not going to be homeless. Your car not going to be repossessed. Your kid's not going to be able to go to daycare. So that's the main thing I would say. Just go out, do your research, check out combos and spreads and straddle, all that type of stuff. And then you'll be able to, make an informed decision. Yep, you're welcome. All right, so let me go back on YouTube. Shamara says very helpful. Would you suggest LLC my cleaning business before I started, or can I just jump out there? Honestly, I would say jump out there first. I mean, you could do the LLC and stuff like that, but honestly, like I would say jump out there first. Start getting clients first. Start trying to make some money first. Because you don't want to just get an LLC sitting with business with no money, with no revenue, with no clients. An LLC, you can go on LegalZoom or Rocket Lawyer or get a lawyer or whatever. Starting an LLC takes about half an hour. You know what I mean? So that is very, very easy. You can go to a lawyer. Like I said, you go to rocketlawyer.com, you go to LegalZoom. Starting an LLC is very, very simple. The harder part is actually building an actual business, is actually acquiring customers, is actually, getting people to actually spend money with you and all the time. People say, oh yeah, you can come clean us and do this, but it's like, all right, when it's time to actually spend that money, when it's time to get those contracts, when it's time to, really get customers, that's when it's not as easy. So I would say jump out there, get the LLC after, because that is very easy. All right. So what would you invest in with $5,000? That's a great question. I mean, it depends. Like me personally, I mean, right now, like I'm probably would put it in my business. You know what I mean? Like that's me personally, but I mean, honestly, it depends. It's really hard to say. Really depends on the person, but I would say I would put it in an asset. So $5,000 is a lot of different things you can do with it. $5,000 could be a down payment on the property. $5,000 you could put into your business. $5,000 you could buy, a lot of shares of Apple. $5,000 you could buy a mutual fund. $5,000 you could buy some type of commodity or Bitcoin. I wouldn't suggest that, but that's really a subjective question. And it really depends on, it's just so many different factors that go into that. Depends on, what your goal is, how old you are. If you're 60, 70 years old, $5,000 investment is going to be a lot different than someone who's 25 or 30 years old. If you have a real big interest in real estate, $5,000 to a real estate investor is a lot different than, someone who has $5,000 and, they have a business they want to scale. So I would just say definitely do your research, but I would say definitely put into an asset. If you don't have a business, if you already have a house, you're not interested in real estate, just think about putting into a mutual fund and then consistently adding to it every month. And that is how you get compound interest. So putting that money in and then consistently every month putting a certain amount in, and you'll see how fast that 5,000 turns to 10 to 20 to 100 and not that much time. And that's the beauty of compound interest. Okay, so on YouTube, Derek says, my brother lives in Houston. If I can go to Texas on a whim, anyone can do it. He's flourishing and I'm hating Texas pop. Yeah, I love Houston. I've never even been to Houston, but I just love some of the people from Houston. I've met a lot of people from Houston. I know a lot about the culture in Houston. So I definitely got to go soon. Yeah, Houston, Texas is definitely popping. So that's someplace I definitely got to go ASAP. All right. On YouTube, is saying, what do you think about cryptocurrencies? Yeah, I mean, crypto. I mean, personally, I look at crypto as just something else to get to diversify. So that's how I looked at crypto. I look at crypto as just having something else in my portfolio just to diversify. I did buy Bitcoin. I do still have Bitcoin. I haven't sold any. Bitcoin was hot. I guess it's almost 2 years ago now. Literally, everybody, when it came to financial stuff and online, people on the internet, everybody was talking about Bitcoin. That was like crazy. So I did buy some, but crypto, I mean, honestly, it's still speculation. Now, people don't really know exactly how it's going to turn out. No one knows. I don't give a damn what analyst you talk to. No one knows specifically how crypto is going to perform. So I just look at it as like just something else to be diversified because there were people that made a lot of money in crypto. People that were in on crypto in the beginning, they made a lot of money. So that's the other thing is you don't want to miss out on the opportunity. You don't want to miss out on an opportunity if you have the ability to make a lot of money from it. So let's check it out. If you don't have any, I'm not saying don't buy it. I'm not saying do buy it. I'm just saying it could be something else to add to your portfolio. All right. So Derek says Jeff Bezos is embroiled in sex scandals of sorts. I didn't know that. I heard he was getting divorced. I didn't know that. He's beefing with the National Enquirer. Do you think that will affect Amazon's stock price? Maybe in the short term, but I honestly don't think in the long term. I did hear Jeff Bezos was getting a divorce, so his ex-wife is about to get like I don't even know if she gets half. That's like $30 billion. But I didn't even know all the sex scandals and stuff like that. But maybe in the short term, but in the long term, I really don't think so. But anything can happen. All right. So Sasha's thanks. Yes, you're welcome. Dennis from Houston. Please do, bro. Yes, yes. I definitely got to come to Houston. Do you use Robinhood to invest? No, I don't. I use Acorns, but Robinhood is good. The three apps that I do like are Robinhood, Stash, and Acorns. Me personally, I use Acorns. I really like it. But Robinhood is good. So those are apps that you guys can invest in, or you can use to invest. So at Stash, Robinhood, or Acorns. I use Acorns. So if you don't already have, if you don't already, use the apps, you can download one of the apps, the App Store, or if you got an Android, download one of the apps. You can start investing literally with like $5-10. So that's the beautiful thing about Acorns. It allows you to invest with $5-10. So every person that's going to watch this video, I know you have at least $5 to $10 to invest. If you can afford to get your hair done, get your hair cut, go to the supermarket, whatever, go to the club, to a restaurant, wherever you go, you can afford to put $5-10 on the investment portfolio, something that can literally change you and your family's life forever. You got to do it. So, thanks for your feedback. I use Robinhood. I would try Acorn. Yeah, I mean, I would say try out Acorns. Robinhood is good because it allows you to just buy individual stocks, but Acorns allows you to invest in a portfolio that's going to invest in a mutual fund. So, so Shamara says, landed my first client today, first small client today. Great. Congratulations. I wish you success. That is great. Keep getting those clients. Like, if you're already getting clients, you can do the LLC. I definitely want to do that. You get tax advantages, your business owner, all that stuff, and then you don't want to do too much stuff without being legit. But that's great that you got your first client. If you keep getting clients, get that LLC. Okay. So again, if you're just jumping on, please do me a favor. Please like, please share, put some hearts up, put comments down. I'm answering any financial or entrepreneurship question for tonight. Just a few more questions, and it will time to wrap. All right. So, Derek says, I'm heavy into crypto. I'm in accumulation mode. Salute to Max Kaiser and Jeff Berwick. Buy and hold. Yeah, absolutely. The teacher says, I want to start a t-shirt business. What vendor would you recommend to purchase t-shirts from? I use Printful. So you can go to printful.com and do Printful. They do drop shipping. So if someone buys some, online, they will print and ship it directly to the customer. So I use Printful, but you don't necessarily have to. It's like a million, like literally a million t-shirt vendors out here. But me personally, for my e-commerce store, I use Printful, printful.com. So Derek says she's getting half. I told the National Enquirer has the pictures of him in compromising positions. If true, not good. Half, like Eddie Murphy said. Yeah, that's crazy. Like Jeff Bezos, he's worth a lot of money, and his wife is going to get half of that. That is crazy. So what do you think about investing in Chick-fil-A? A franchise is only $10,000 to start to invest. What is the catch, though? The catch is they don't let black folks get Chick-fil-A's like that. I really think that's the catch, honestly. But I mean, Chick-fil-A has a very good business model. Chick-fil-A is what they call, once you study business, they have what you call a turnkey operation, which means, me personally, every Chick-fil-A I went to, it was like the same thing. It was like the same thing. It runs basically on autopilot. Basically on autopilot that I've seen with Chick-fil-A. They call it a turnkey operation or a franchise model. Whereas though, you can go to any Chick-fil-A and it's the same process. It's the same structure process, step by step process. So I would say, listen, if I could get on a Chick-fil-A, I would definitely get on the Chick-fil-A. But I'm not sure how many black folks they let get in the Chick-fil-A, honestly. Schwab says, right, thanks. Okay, Tommy says we need to start our own black investment company. I suggest you start invest in education, black education, invest in Ryan's book of Twitter. Yes, we're actually starting an investment club. I missed the meeting we had today because I had another meeting scheduled it was at 7. I had another meeting scheduled at 7. Mad that I missed that. And I just found out about the meeting yesterday. It wasn't on my calendar. But yeah, so if you're interested in that, we have a I Buy Black investment club that we are starting. The minimum is $250 to start, and then you can do like $50 a month minimum. We can give you any information you want on that if you are interested. I know it's people from all over, so this is in PA. But if you want more information on that, we can definitely provide it for you. But yes, we're trying to put our money where our mouth is. Not just trying to talk about this. Not just trying to talk about what we should do. No, we're actually putting our money together to collectively invest in securities, collectively buy real estate, all that type of stuff. Because at the end of the day, us as black folks, we got to put our money where our mouth is. We have trillions and trillions of dollars, resources in our community, and we are making every other community rich. Making every other community rich. All you got to do is go outside and just see how we're making every other community rich. All you can do is go around the holidays and go to the malls, lined up with black folk. Go downtown or in your shopping districts, lined up with black folks. Go to a lot of the fast food places and the Chinese stores and the poppy stores and all them places lined up with black folk. But we only own 0.5% of the nation's wealth for 14% population, but only own 0.5% of wealth. And that's been the same since 1865. So that got to change. Can you send me information? Yeah. Send a message to this page and I can send you the information. Anybody interested in that information, send a message to this page on Facebook or on YouTube. Message me, or you can email me, and then I'll give you all the information that you need. Okay. Schmarber said, "Look to be an affiliate of your company." I tell everyone about it. But yeah, you can definitely be an affiliate. I think I have not assigned you up to be an affiliate. You can definitely do that. Anybody that wants to be an affiliate, you can get 20% commissions on any courses that I have. We have about 8 courses now in my online school. Anybody who wants to be an affiliate, it does not cost anything to be an affiliate. You can sign up for free and you can get 20% commission of anything that you sell. There's an easy way to make some side money. You with 10 of your friends and say, listen, you buy this $100 course, you're going to get 20% of that just for telling someone about it. So that's the beauty of affiliate marketing. I love affiliate marketing. So if anybody wants to be an affiliate for free, you can sign up and then get 20% commissions. Email me. Go to customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. You can sign up to be an affiliate for free and get 20% commissions. Joel, my man on here, says we had a great meeting. Yes, I'm mad that I missed it. I had another meeting scheduled at 7 that was already on my calendar, but he's dropping the information to the I Buy Black Investment Club. Go to IBB, which is I Buy Black Investment Club, at jcwcc.com. So that's IBBig at jcwcc.com. Everybody on YouTube, I hope y'all got that. That's any information if you want to get down with the investment club. If you're on YouTube, everybody on Facebook sees it, but if you're on YouTube, go to IBBig, so IBBIG at jcwcc.com. Send an email there. We'll give you all the information about the investment club. So let me go to the last questions before we get out of here for the night. Okay, Leticia says I want in. Yes, you can definitely get in. Anybody that wants to get in, looking out for the Black community. That's so true. I am a college student as well, and I am majoring in communications. We need to start a Black-owned news channel. How do people go about that? The best way to go about that is just to do it digitally. That is why, shout out to Dr. Boyce, basically has his own Black-owned media channel. Dr. Boyce Watkins, you can go to Your Black World on YouTube. You can go to Boyce Watkins on YouTube. You can go to the Black Financial Channel on YouTube. He has millions of followers on Facebook collectively, a big following on Instagram, hundreds of thousands of people on his email list. So people are already doing it. You know what I mean? A lot of this stuff, people are already doing it. We just have to support the people that are already doing it. So yes, he already has a huge media channel. Like I said, it's all digital, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, email, text message. He has a huge media channel and a huge communication channel specifically for the Black community. Looks like we might got a troll on here on YouTube. I don't even know how to block the trolls. I guess I gotta put somebody who is a moderator on here. I don't even know how to do all that. But I don't know what the hell this person's talking about. But Tommy says interested, Ryan. Yeah, if you're interested, send an email to that email. Also, if anybody again wants to be an affiliate and get 20% commission, and they sign up for free, go to customer service at McCrary Financial Solutions, .com. So Derek says, saw that would love to be a moderator. Yeah, I don't know how to add a moderator. You just gotta let me know how I can add a moderator. I see every time Dr. Boyce is live on YouTube, he has moderators on his chat. I don't know how to add a moderator on YouTube chat, but I definitely need to now. I see, but we can talk about that. How I can add you as moderator to get these trolls out of here. But again, if you want to be an affiliate, go to customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. Send an email to customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. If no one has any last burning questions, we can get out of here for the night. I think this was a great Q&A session. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you guys for dropping some great questions. Thank you guys for being engaged. Thank you guys for even listening. Like I said, I can't do it without you guys. When I first started my business, I had no idea if anybody would listen. I had no idea if it was going to have, if I had no idea if people were actually going to want to learn this information I learned. When I released my book, I'm going to sell any copies. I don't know if anybody's interested in this. I don't know if anybody's going to buy my book. I don't know if anybody was going to invest in my courses, stuff like that. So thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for asking great questions. Tisha, appreciate the jewels. Yes, absolutely. Definitely. So again, thank you guys. If you have any other questions, you can email me, customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com, customer service at McCraryFinancialSolutions.com. If you watch this on replay, do me a favor, type replay down, type your name and where you're from. You can also feel free to send a message directly to this page, and I can answer any questions for you, any business questions. If you need help starting an LLC, if you need help marketing, if you need help with online and running ads and all that type of stuff, if you have any general questions when it pertains to investing, anything I can help with, please let me know. Drop a comment on YouTube, drop a comment on Facebook, send a message to the Facebook page. You can email me. And lastly, the investment club, I Buy Black Investment Club, $250 minimum to start. And then after that, the monthly contributions are a minimum of $50. Everybody on here got at least $50 that they can put in. A lot of people about to get their money back from their taxes. So instead of going to the mall or getting a vacation that you really shouldn't be going on anyway, put it into an investment, put it into an asset, put it into something that will change your life. So that's it for today. Everyone have a great evening.